Today is what teenagers are expecting from their parents. Teenage years start from sometimes from 11 to 17 to 18, and sometimes it starts from 12 to 18, sometimes from 13, sometimes from 14. So in that range, sometimes in some cases it could start from as early as 9, from between 9 and 18 years old. Young children, teenagers, they become teenagers and they go through puberty stage of their development, and that is the most challenging stage. That is the most challenging period of parenting. That's the most difficult stage between the parents and the teenagers and their children, and the children are going helter-skelter. They don't understand their parents anymore. Their parents don't understand them anymore. Disagreements and quarrels, and they want to get their autonomy, their independence, and they want to be free, they want to be right, they want to be correct. They don't want to listen to instructions, they don't want to do what you want. So how can we help them? What are they expecting from us? And what are the things that we could sincerely do to help our children, our sons and daughters become better during their teenage years? So this is the responsibility. What I'm going to be talking about is the responsibility of the parents before their children in their teenage years. So what does your teenage child or son or daughter want from you? Number one, when children are going through their teenage challenges and teenage years, the most important thing any parent could do and could offer at a time like this is communication. Communication. You want to you want to establish a solid period of communication between yourself and your child at that particular time. That is when they need the communication. That's when they need the interaction from you more than ever before. So they are expecting communication. They are expecting not just communication for you to talk, but they are expecting even more than communication. They are expecting fellowship. So I put this all together. What your children are expecting from you in their teenage years is fellowship and communication. Fellowship. So they want you to become their friends. They want you to come down to their level, to come and just stop being the commander-in-chief to them. Stop being their pastor and their whatever, their bishop, their GO, but just, become their friend. Begin to communicate with them. Begin to build the bridge of communication in such a way that is becoming like fellowship and friendship, or between friends and peers, rather than between parents, authority, and children. So that's number one thing that your child is expecting from you when they're teenage years. They want you to come down to their level, just like Jesus came down to our level. They want you to come down to their level and begin to really talk their language, really listen to them, ask them questions, help them out, share your own experiences with them, and fellowship with them, talk to them. Next thing that your teenage child wants from you during their teenage years, during their years of puberty, is love. They want you to express your love to them. 3 things actually: love, trust, and attention. Love, trust, and attention. So let's start with love. Love. They want you to come and just love on them. So you want to hug them. You want to, give them gifts. You want to go out with them. You want to take them to restaurant, shop, just having some activities together. Anything that could help you to express love. That's what you want to do. And look at the picture that I got here, for example. Love, trust, and attention. There's a teenager here and his dad. How about that? about that? Can you see the trust? Can you see the love, the trust? It's very clear that the man is giving the son all the attention he needs. It's very clear that that son absolutely trusts the father. And it's very clear that he's protected and is feeling loved right there. With that kind of relationship, the teenage years with your son or daughter will go very smoothly. So this is one very important thing that your teenager is expecting from you. Love, trust, and attention. Find that time for him. Find that time for him. Give him all the attention he needs. Answer all his questions. And let him know you are there in his life. Let him know he can trust you. Let him know he's got all your love and all your attention as well. You know, I spoke about communication and fellowship. Let me show you the photograph I got. The first point I made, what your teenage boy wants from you during his teenage year or girl is communication and fellowship. Can you see this? Can you see that communication going on? Even though we don't hear what they're talking about, we are not hearing what they're talking about, but we can see there is trust, communication, and fellowship here. This is perfect. Communication and fellowship. Communication and fellowship. Communication and fellowship. Another thing you need to give to your son or daughter in his teenage years, what your son is expecting from you, is for you to always remind him that in you, both mother and father, that you are always going to be there for him. That no matter what the challenge is going through, no matter what just remind him of your support, ever abiding support. Let him know that in his difficult times, in his tough times, in his teenage years, in his time of support, no matter what he's going through, good or bad or ugly, that you are always there with him and for him. Let me show you a picture that I found that will depict that. This is a troubled teenager here. This is a troubled teenager. He's troubled, he's ashamed, and see the parents. They are trying to assure him that we are here for you. They are reminding him of their support and love. It's reassurance. It is that reassurance. Both father and mother there this time. And look at the way they are looking. He is ashamed, he is intimidated, he is embarrassed. But they are giving him so much love, so much support, so much reassurance. So much reassurance. So reassurance is the next thing that your child wants from you in his teenage years. Reassurance. Reassurance. He must know that you are there and they are there for you. That you are there for him, sorry. That you are there for him. The next thing that your teenager wants from you in those trying times of teenage years is for you as parents to be sincere and direct with him. Not just be, telling him stories of, they want sincerity. They really want to know. And at this stage, they're very sensitive. They are very sensitive to if you are playing or not, if you are real or not. So the parents, the children want to know that you are real with them, that you are sincere with them, and that you are open to them. You are open to them and with them. So your teenager wants you to be open and to be sincere with them. So sincerity, openness, they want to make sure that they want to know that you are really open with them, that you are sincere with them. That openness, that sincerity encourages them to also open up to you. That sincerity and openness encourages them to open up to you as well. So that's the next thing that your teenager wants from you at this stage. The next thing that your teenage child wants from you in their teenage years is to know that you are taking responsibility for them and for their future. They want to know that they have a secured future. They want to know that their future is guaranteed, that you are taking responsibility for their future, for their immediate future, of course, for their immediate future. That you help them to get to college, you help them to go and to get admission, you help them to go to school, you help them pay their school fees or something like that. Just they want some form of assurance. They want some form of assurance for their future. They want you to take responsibility for their future. Look at this teenager here with his father. Assurance of the future. He's very confident, he's very assured. He doesn't have to be concerned about the future because his dad is there. He doesn't need to be worried about the future because his father is there. So that assurance that my parents are there for me, they are going to be there for me, that my parents have taken responsibility for me, and I'm not going to be alone, that is so key and so vital for the child. Next thing that your son or daughter is expecting from you in his teenage years and in his time of crisis is that when things are really tough, he could come and open up to you, that you will always be there for him in his difficult hours. When they are going through their difficult times, they want to know that they will be accepted, they will be loved. They want that assurance that in their difficult hours, they could always come to dad or to mom, and mom will always understand. Dad and mom will always understand. Like, let me show you a picture here, for example. This boy here has messed up, right? You can see that he has messed up. But he could easily leave the house and trust that he could confide in his dad. He knows that he could confide in his dad. He has the assurance that the dad is there for him. The dad will be there for him. He could respect, he could talk to him, open up to him, and let dad know exactly what is passing through, and get that understanding. Well, I just hope that, churches and Christians will talk more about these things. It will help parents to be able to understand their teenagers and, just relationship to be better. Okay, let's continue to get some of the points and some of the things that your teenage child, son, daughter will expect from you in his teenage years. So what are the other things our children are expecting from us in their teenage years? Your child wants you to believe in him in his teenage years. Now, that is a difficult one because some of the things that they are doing and some of their choices might not be the best, and you know it. But at the same time, they have a need for you to believe them. So it is very important for you to prove to them before you correct them or challenge them to change their choices. Make sure you first express to them how much you believe in them first. They want to really have that assurance that you believe in them. So first of all, even if he's doing the wrong thing, hug him, give him that acceptance, give him that assurance that you believe in him, and then you tell him why you will not agree or why you cannot agree to that particular thing that he's talking about, why you cannot agree to it. So tell him that you'll not be able to do that because of this, but really that you believe in him. You believe in him. So they want you to believe in them. They want you to really believe in them. They want to be confident that you will not condemn them, that you will not be judging them, that you will trust and believe in them. So trust and faith is another thing that your child wants from you in their teenage years. Another thing that they want from you in their teenage years is that you correct them, but correct them not in anger, not when you are furious, not with emotions, not when you yourself, you are losing it, and when you are angry and, because then they don't feel the love in your correction. So what they want is that if you feel they are wrong, if you feel they are doing some things not right, that please correct us, but correct us in love. So which means before you even begin to tell them what they have done wrong or what you don't like, make sure that you first of all express your love for them. And, like what I tell my members here is that before I correct you once, or before I rebuke you once or reprimand you once, I will make sure that I give you love or I express love to you in 10 different ways or 10 times. So before you have the right to rebuke or reprimand or punish a child, make sure that you love him 10 times more. Show him 10 times of affection, 10 times of love before you show him one time of punishment. Miranda said, thank you, Pastor, for giving me the strength to build a great family. Yep. wisdom, when you have the knowledge and the wisdom, it's great and it's possible to build a great family. But unfortunately, a lot of people, they go into family without all this knowledge, without preparation. And if you don't prepare well for marriage, then of course it's not surprising what kind of relationship you end up in. Anything that is gone into without preparation will always end up in failure and disappointment, pain, disillusionment. So unfortunately, a lot of people go into marriage or relationship without preparation. That's why I always talk about 50% of people that don't have any business going into marriage or something, relationship. Yeah, but you cannot be perfect, and it's good for you to let your child know that you are not perfect and that you have your own challenges, and you have to be open to him or to her. That's why the picture of God that many people have is totally wrong. They think that God is just this stern, strict, and angry person that is out there to just punish you for one thing or the other. No, it's not even his nature. God is too much of love. He's not waiting to punish you. He's waiting to encourage you. He's waiting to give you opportunities, and he's waiting to, to strengthen you. He's much more interested in you and your goodness than how you could imagine. Okay. Next point that your children are expecting from you is that you extend to them some form of autonomy and freedom. They want you to give them freedom and autonomy. Now, that is a challenge because, you must make sure that they are going to use that freedom well. And it's the freedom to do the right thing, not the freedom to do the wrong thing. So show them love. Show them that you are giving them that freedom and autonomy, but just make sure that you don't lose sight of what they are doing with that freedom and autonomy. So make sure that you use that time to supervise and oversee the things that they're doing, and that you are on top of it, even though you have given them the freedom and oversight. But let them know also that with all the freedom that you want to be there for them, that you want to make sure that they are managing that freedom well and that liberty and autonomy. So the next thing that your children want from you is understanding instead of suspicion. Understanding instead of suspicion. Understanding instead of suspicion. See this child, how this teenage girl is so happy because of the understanding she got from the mother. No suspicion. So since there is no suspicion whatsoever, see how much trust that girl has. Because she got understanding. So give them understanding instead of suspicion. We all know that it's very difficult not to be suspicious of teenagers because, they are always doing things that we don't understand. That's why, even if you are suspicious, don't let them know. Just, give them understanding first. Always put the positive in front. Always put the positive things ahead. Give them understanding first. And if you become suspicious, then let them know your concerns a little bit later. So open the door always with the trust, with the understanding. And then when they are a little bit more relaxed, then you can express to them your concerns. Another thing that your child wants from you at these trying times in their lives, the teenage years, is that they want you to respect them. They want you to respect their choice. They want you to respect their desires. They want you to respect their choices. Yeah. So this kind of understanding is a big thing for the children. They want you to respect them, to show them respect to their opinion. Like I said, this also could be tricky because even though you want to respect them and you want to respect their opinion, but some of those opinions are wrong, but they are very sure that they are right because that's the way things work out for them at that stage of life. But you know what you should do is go ahead and give them that respect first. Make sure that you show them the respect and they see it and they see the big difference that they have, respect, your respect. And once you have shown them the respect, then you now come, it's much more easier for them to be able to accept some of your disagreements because you have proven to them that you respect them. And since you have proven that to them, it's easier now for them to accept some of your disagreements and some of your concerns. Next point, another thing that your child wants from you at this time is that you spend time for them, you spend time with them when they need you. Another thing that your children want from you is that you are there for them when they need you. They want you to spend time with them when they need you. So your teenage son or daughter does not appreciate it so much if all through his teenage years you are never there. If you are just going to work, and you are never there for them, that hurts the teenagers so bad that it could hurt them for the rest of their lives. That could leave a mark, a very bad mark in their memory. And they could judge you coming from that and say that my dad or my mom was never there for me. So don't elevate your work above your children at this point. Don't elevate your church duties over your children. Some people are just, so busy in their churches. And we are so busy in the churches that we don't even have time to go play with the children. We don't even have time to go out with the children. We don't have time to go to the sportings of the children. So we are not there for them. And because we think we are busy with the church, or we are busy with our religious things or with our work. And some people think, oh, I'm making money for you anyway. I'm working for you and to care for you. But they want you to be there. They need you to be there. Let me show you a picture here of a father that had time to go and play some soccer. To go and play soccer with his son. So have time to spend time with your children, a leisure time, even if it's like playing with them. Next thing that your children want from you at this time is that they want you to show to them how much you care. They want you to show them that you care, that you are not just providing food and clothes. They don't want you just to be there providing clothes. They don't want their parents just to be somebody that's provided the room they sleep in, the clothes they wear, and the food they eat. They want you to be more than the food provider in the family. They want you to be there and show your care for them. And be there and show your love for them. Just like we say in leadership training that people don't care how much you know, they just want to know how much you care. You can say that about the children who are teenagers. They want to know more how much you care rather than how much money how much food you put on the table, or how much clothes you buy for them. Next point, another next point that is very important for the children is they don't like manipulation at this age. When they are teenagers, they don't like manipulation. They don't want to be manipulated. They don't like manipulation. They don't like you to be deceiving them or to be lying to them, just to be able to get your points across, or to manipulate them through using the Bible or the scriptures or any other way of, trying to make them do things, but not the truth. They like you to be most truthful, straightforward. They don't want to detect any lie and deception in you. They want to make sure that you are real. Another thing that your children want from you is that you speak more compliment to them. You will speak more words of support to them. You will speak more of supportive word, more of word of support rather than words of condemnation and judgment. So be less judgmental of them and be more supportive. So give them more compliments, appreciate them more. That's another thing that they will really appreciate from you. Another thing that teenagers don't like at this time is that they don't like you to put pressure on them. They don't like you to put pressure on them. So they hate pressure. They resist pressure. Let me show you a picture, for example. Some of the things that they call pressure is what parents call love, especially children, especially women. Okay, look at this picture. What is wrong with this picture? Where is the pressure in this child? What is this child feeling? Look at this picture here. I don't doubt the fact that the mother, she's full of love. Can you see the love? She is full of love. She loves that child. You can't doubt it. There is no doubt about it. She is full of love, right? But what is wrong with this picture? Why is that? You see the son is not happy? Why is the son not happy? Why is this child not happy? The child is not happy because he doesn't want to wear a tie. Most of the teenagers don't want to dress officially. Most of the teenagers don't want to, they don't want to dress like their mother wants them to dress. They want to dress like their friends are dressing in the streets. They want to wear sportswear. They want to wear more casual dress. And mommy wants him to look nice, to look smart and sharp. So that's what I mean, that children at this age, when they are teenagers, they are rebellious against control and against pressure. They don't want you to put them under pressure to do what you want, not what they want. They rather want to do what they want, not what mama or dad wants. The next thing that teenagers expect from their parents at this time is they want their parents, your children, your teenagers, want you to be real with them. They want the real. They want you to be real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Don't play games. Keep it real. Tell them the way it is. Don't be deceptive. Be real. Be real with me, Dad. Be real with me, Mom. Be real. They are seeing you transparent. You are transparent before them. And they see everything. Some of the things that you don't even see. In your relationship between your husband and you, between you and your husband, between you and their fathers, they see everything. So they appreciate you for you to be real. All right. Take care of yourself. Bless us. Bye.